Welcome to this week's edition of the Men's Basketball Report. Joining us now is head coach Greg Herenda. Coach, I'm here again for the second straight week. Brian's still out dealing with...
Like, what's up with that now? But I'll tell you one thing. I know now the paternity leave it's great, and I appreciate that. And but during this, I never forget when my son Shrey was born. It was during the recruiting period in July. He was born on July 27th. And I got off the road for a week, and I heard it from my boss for the next year about it. But, Brian, take all the time you want and make sure he was at our game against Wagner, and I'm sure the baby's doing well and mom's doing well. So I like having you here, Cord, although I need a little bit better luck.
Yeah, I know. I didn't bring very much luck with the games this past couple of weeks, but especially he missed on Thursday's game. You guys had a game of the decade almost, going to double overtime here against Central Connecticut. Just talk about you guys came back in that second half, like made a big run to send it to overtime. Darnell hit the big shot. Just go through all the emotions of that game.
Well, it started very emotionally. We dedicated and had a moment of silence for Dennis Gregory, which we lost tragically at a very young age. And we just had his dad, his two brothers, Tom Green, Fred Hill, Mark Carino, from Caldwell. We just had his dear friends on the floor, which was really important. And when Darnell hit the shot to put it into overtime, I went over to his dad. I said, that was Dennis. You know, and it really was. But we had to win the game, and we just weren't able to do it. Central's a good team. And they made plays, and we didn't. And we come back all the time and win games and lose games. But we never, obviously, we never quit. But that's a given. We can't get down. And in our own building, we have to serve W's. And our one win is in the toughest gym in our league. So, obviously, we're capable. We've gotten off to a little bit of a rocky start. But I would buy our stock right now. You know what I mean? This league is... we're 2 games out of first place with 14 to go. So, but we just got to take it one game at a time. But give Danielle and his staff and his team credit. That was an incredible game, 100 and something to 90 something, and it was a tough one to take. And then we went on the road against Wagner and had another battle. So it'll come around. People will come back into this gym, and we have some exciting days. We have Martin Luther King Day coming up after. We played LIU, but LIU is going to be really, really tough. They're good. The kid Clark, man, is probably the best story in our league. Was a walk-on out of New Haven, Connecticut, and now he's averaging 25 points per game.
Yeah, and you mentioned that LIU team. The last time you saw them was in the NEC tournament, that semifinal game against them, too. Just it's got to have a little bit of a feeling from last season going against them again this year. Yeah,
and that was another incredible game, and at the end, everything had to go right for them to win, and everything had to go wrong for us to lose, and that's what happened. And but we've won in that building a number of times since I've been here, so it's a winnable game. And Derek's a really good coach, and it'll be fun. But we've got to bounce back, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Monday's game, as you mentioned, you're honoring Martin Luther King Day here in the Rothman Center. That game Monday will be at 2 o'clock against Mount St. Mary's. Just talk about being able to play on Martin Luther King Day and the meaning that he's had over the course of basketball, and especially just in the terms of what he means to your guys on the team.
Well, for me, I was a young boy when he was assassinated, and I'll never forget it because the TVs were just loaded with fires. There was riots all over the country, and I was like a 4 or 5 year old boy at that time, and I just remember it vividly, and it scared me. And then as I've grown into a man, I've realized that he gave his life for the betterment of others. And I'm on the marketing committee for our league, and it was my idea to do this. Because the NBA does it and no one else does it. I'm like, this would be great for the NEC to just memorialize a great American. And we have a tremendous trophy on statue on our campus right by the bridge that connects our campus. And the league went with it, and I'm really proud that we're doing it, and we have a home game, and we're going to bring in as many young students and their parents and teachers into our gym on Monday to honor Martin Luther King and to play Mount St. Mary's in a doubleheader with our women. So it'll be an exciting day.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Hope we can get 2 wins this weekend, starting on Saturday against LAU and then back here in the Rothman Center on Monday.
Well, I appreciate it, and if we don't do well, I might not bring you back, and I'm going to mandate that Brian comes back. But I've got a funny feeling that we're going to do pretty well.
I do too, and I hope I don't have to be the reason that I'm kicked out of this. All right.
And I like the shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
All right, that'll do it for this week's FDU men's basketball report here with Coach Greg Herenda. For more on the FDU Knights and all the FDU athletic teams, please check out FDUKnights.com.